I think we got everything in order now. Your thumb. It'll be some kind of ape man, if you will. An interesting part in Sekiro. A sequence of the game that is significantly easier if you have the prize from that area. Did not replace that properly, did I? I got forward fighting with it. Alright. Give it a second and then we'll get ourselves going here. I mean, yeah. Generally, that section isn't too bad because, I mean, even ignoring whether they're flammable or not, everything there has like 5 HP. You can destroy everything there with like 2 hits. The problem is that there is a lot of them. And your prize for beating that area is the thing that makes animals angry at other animals. You complete that zone and the game's like, oh, here's a thing that'll make the monkey pit so much easier to deal with. And it was like, oh, thanks. I did that first because I'm a madman. And speaking of parrying video games based on Sekiro. We got some 9 sols to do. Well, the monkey wasn't too bad because you've had firecrackers for 15 hours. Yes and no. I think there are... For the monkey pile, specifically, firecrackers are okay. They help a lot, but not enough. But in general, yeah. As far as crazy challenges the game gives you, it's not. It's just a very memorable set piece that is kind of annoying. Alright, so last time we beat Breath of Fire 4. And then So also like the long range monkeys, the monkeys with guns. What a statement. They only get like so many rounds before they just kind of backfire their gun anyway. So yeah, that's always fun. It's a lot of fun when they backfire their gun in your face. Yeah. Yeah, I think it also... Yeah, basically they... I don't remember. It's like either a certain number of rounds, or like when you get close enough, they can try to shoot you, and then if they fail to do that, they try to shoot the gun again, and it doesn't work, and then they can pull it out and try and swing it at you, and it kills them, and has a pretty good chance of killing you. But yeah, I know their gun can backfire on them. So, they're a time. Last time we beat Fire 4 and we moved on to 9 Souls. Where we started with Yi, who, our main character here. The cat boy. With magic green energy. Might have had chunks of his skull torn off and all of his organ meat falling out. Before he got saved by some magic tree roots. And from there, he has continued his plot of revenge, which involves saving Shan, the ape man, from being decapitated by the juicing machine. And we are now on our quest to find the 9 other souls out of 10, as we have one of them. We need to find the 9 other souls and acquire their magic keys so that we can go to the top of the spaceship and do something about what's going on around here. We're off to go find the first one from Lord Kuafu, who's controlling the reactors. So we're kind of bouncing around through here. And we are approaching the pagoda. We need to turn on the pagoda so that we can get in. That's our current problem. But having gotten here, we met Geo. We can buy things from Geo. It is important to buy all of the things from Geo. But for now, our priority on buying things from him are the computing unit. I don't really care about the rest of his shades. Quick Dose is good. Like, Quick Dose is really good, but I never found the game so pressuring. It's not like Hollow Knight, where, like, a couple of the fights, you just literally have to have it. I don't think there are any fights in this game where the dosing Jade is mandatory. Increasing... There's your emergency damage. Heal on Shadow Strike is nice. I used it for a little bit, but there is a better option than Thief Jade. There's a much better option coming in the future. And I've never used Recovery Jade, actually. I don't think I ever bothered with it. Because all of the fights in this game are too far on the edge for that to matter. As of who's it, his life is good and strong, pretty much. I have one that I actually prefer. My preferred healing one that will come up later. I don't remember the exact name on it. who's it? Life is good and strong, and its darker counterpart is just another reason why Orin is the best. There we go. I like the hacking minigame in this one. Like, it's really basic, really quick, and even if you fuck up, you can still turn around on it. Even if I never actually do. I mean, I did once last stream. But yeah, there is one healing aid that I extremely like. I know you can hear me, you bastard. Stop hacking into my systems. I tried asking nicely, now I'm gonna have to use force to deal with you. When did a craftsman like you become skilled in martial arts? Snark, could it really be you? Forget it. I don't want to deal with this. I'm already in a bad mood, and these constant startling alarms aren't helping. Listen up, this is my final warning. The guards have been deployed, and these killing machines won't be swayed by words. You're on your own. Alright. There we go. And I got a level up. Nice. I mean, you know what? If that was happening to me, I would also be annoyed. Okay, bought the chip. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come in from the west side of the reservoir. I mean, I can do that pretty quickly from here by just wrapping around. That would open up that end, and I don't have to worry about cutting through here too much more. Let's go do that. I need 2 points for everything else in the game. Yeah, literally all of the other unlockable abilities in this game are all 2 points. 2 points, and then the bottom 4 here are 3 points. This one I never meaningfully used, so I've never cared about it. This one is not bad. Like, this one, I don't like water flow because it costs too much to use. You're paying 3 talismans for the price of 1, or 3 key for 1 talisman, and you're getting 1 talisman's worth out of it. But you don't have to hold the button. Whereas enhanced full control gives you the key blast just gives you the button, hold the button, and you get sand for it. Sand will come up later. Just stronger version of that. Full control lets you use all of your key by holding the button down. This is pretty much the thing that will be the better one in due time. This is the best one. And then enhanced full control is, yeah, let you go up to 5. But yeah, basically, water sucks until it's maxed, and so does full control. but Key Blast is just generally good enough all the way through. It's kind of funny how, like, you kind of go from, like, okay, so if you blitz down to get water flow towards the end of the game, you get, like, okay results out of it. Like, there's definitely some times I'm glad I had water flow. But basically, as soon as you get to bosses, full control is just mandatory. Yeah. Up to the pavilion. I think there's one fight where enhanced Key Blast is actually quite nice. Do I have anything for Shunton? No, I don't. Alright. How many goblins do I need what, 18? Yeah. Alright, cool. We're gonna do a quick trip to the last node to go talk to Chio. I'm gonna zoom back and go deal the west side before we go deal with the boss. Hello, like that. There we go. I'm pretty much ignoring the Jades for a while. The poison is more important. We'll get to the poison and why the poison is important, but for now, we'll get to that. Priority is getting poison bits. Aids don't matter as much. I am planning on doing the 900 pine cones ending, which does mean all of the healing is mandatory. Means we need all of the poison. Alright, here's the reservoir. Thank you, that, thank you, that is it. You're really going to give me useful information. Of course, map data for you. Read. Can I be sure the information you give me is correct? Between people, simple. Language module may be broken, but that doesn't seem to affect your communication capabilities. Alright, so from now on, as long as we have a map, the game will now tell us. If we have a chip, it'll tell us what's available in that area, what we have or have not missed. So there is a goblin in there. I'm missing a lure and 2 items, and I know both of those are obtained from going on the left. Missing 3 items. Alright. We need to go this way. This game is consistently visually beautiful. It, like Sanabi, uses its 3D art sparingly enough that they're always pretty good when you see them. I need to go to... I also keep hitting the wrong button, because I've been doing the mega super boss in Clair Obscur. And I cannot understate exactly how fucking rude that fight is. It is insanely difficult. Just... I am consistently getting my ass kicked. I've been at it the better part of the week. It's literally the only thing I haven't completed in the game. I mean, I haven't found all of the, like, hidden journals, but I'm not that worried about it because I can't actually complete that. There's a permanently missable collectible in one of each, both journal and music tracks, and I've missed both of them. So I'm not tied into getting all of the collectibles, but I am kind of obsessed with getting all of the combat stuff done, and I'm just missing the goddamn mega boss. That's it, and What if the boss could kill you in 1 to 2 hits in like a 6-hit combo that it consistently does all of the time, and if it begins its next turn and someone is dead, it deletes that character from existence. And it does SMT3 levels of nonsense. In that, if you are when you get down to the last quarter of its health, you know what fun thing it does? It just kills your entire primary party, or whatever active party members you have. So if you've fallen back onto the B team, game over. There's no turnaround on that. You just lose. Like, we're talking like Demi-Fiend from DMC5, or even just like 3, or from DDS. Like, I have a button that will kill you instantly if you don't. Yeah, even if you behave. Feel cool. So yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I did discover the method of doing damage though. I have racked up 9.8 million damage. So I'm not worried about my damage output. I just have to survive long enough to do that damage. Nice. Deflected the arrow straight into it. Alright. About going up. So yeah, no, that's been driving me insane. So I've been doing, I finished up another day in doing like some side questy cleanup stuff in Neo: The World Ends With You. And that game uses circle for confirm and cross for cancel. It uses like actual like Japanese / Nintendo style controls. Which is not the norm. Yeah, I know your game, turret. I know how this works. Okay, sure, be easy on me. That's okay. So yeah, my buttoning is all kinds of off right now. Also, part of throwing me off is the parry button in Clair Obscur is right bumper, and in this game it's left bumper. Fortunately, I have enough like muscle memory for this game that it's not as much of a problem. It is occasionally catching me here when it should not be. In my ass. Oh, I hit that right. Again, I'm using a control stick and all that, but still. Hey, I'll take a free level up. Alright. Alright. Dust Guardian recording device 1. Log entry. The deceased has been confirmed to be a Dust Guardian. It's speculated that an explosion occurred while he was on patrol. He was pierced by a piece of scaffolding when the structure collapsed and died immediately. Is this how we do log entries? I can't believe I encountered something like this on my first shift. He had a lot of external injuries, looked horrible. I hope his spirit will be able to rest in peace. I've been drowsy after the last medicinal injection. But the symptoms are slowly going away. I thought I'd never have been able to board New Kunlun. Imagine my surprise when I became a Dust Guardian. Incredible to think about. Pull that back down. Yeah, nope, that is the correct direction. Okay. Right. Almost had it. Well, I'm not going to push that. Can definitely just barely achieve that, I think. But, yeah, I'll do it the right way. That opens up the backtrack here.
Oh, hello. I'm glad I got some warning that this would be happening. There we go. They are definitely a lot less scary when you did initially meet them. He kicked my ass a lot. I'll take me to the other side, where I want to be, but also... okay. It aggroed, ran up, stared at the wall, and then forgot I existed. Okay. That's fine. Okay with this. Should open that up. Cool prizes. Sometimes dog fails to leap. Yeah. I kind of failed to remember that I existed. I just entered, like, object impermanence mode. Alright, we have found all of the gubbins here. Nothing left to find in here. Cool. This is the 900 Pinecones edition, so... I'd rather be thorough now than have to fight around with it later. And do, like, full-on backtracking. I know there's a breakable wall. Series of zones. That opens up. Yo. Rhizomatic energy meter. Rhizomatic column energy report. Rhizomatic. I'm losing my ability to say rhizomatic. It's stopping becoming a word. Energy flows results normal. Rhizomatic energy is generated when the primordial roots absorb light. Over the past millennia, with the developed Solarian technology, the method for extracting and storing the energy has been continuously improved upon. During the Turbulent Era, the GA Kingdom created the first large-scale rhizomatic columns to meet the power needs of their military. Groups of these columns were built across Penglai by various kingdoms. However, with the rise of Taoism, the columns slowly fell into disrepair. We basically found nuclear solar energy and decided, nah, let's stop using that. I wonder if there's some kind of commentary about that. I'm sure there's nothing of importance to say about here and now, and what that might have to say. Getting greedy. Should stop doing that. Okay. Good news is solar is actually picking up. In, like, civilized places, anyway. Oh, that's good. they're largely horrendously overpriced, and a lot of them are related to like insurance scam nonsense around here. So. There's a lot of people willing to install them improperly. Put it that way. Okay. Here we go. Multi-toolkit. Solarian artifact that can be gifted to Shanshan. Sophisticated tool set crafted by the great craftsman of Ying. This is a must-have dream tool for even the most accomplished craftsman. We just found like a god tier tool, and we're gonna give it to Shanshan. Oh, I can buy a thing from you. I should do that. All of flavor. Love me some flavor. Alright, skill points. Life recovery, breathing exercise, backlash. Increases the internal damage caused by Tai Chi kick. You want breathing exercise, but I think I'm gonna go for this one, because that puts me at 3 ki, which is the maximum amount I can do for enhanced ki blast. So that'll hold me out on maximizing damage. This is true. Shanshan is a delight. Alright. I'll worry about Shanshan in a little bit. I think there's a save right before then, but I did want to make sure I was used. I didn't remember if there was anything on the other side there. Let's make sure. I'm just missing a thing here, and that might be tied to like double jump or something. Actually, no, I might know where it is. Probably in that corner that I always miss. Always, as in happened one time previously. I suppose it is always if there's only one other prior event at that point. It is technically 100% of the time. Alright. Let's activate the bridge. Radiant Pagoda control panel. Alright. Operating mode, storage mode with limited output. Current energy stored 95%. To meet the energy demands of Eternal Cauldron Project, Sol Kuafu made improvements to the rhizomatic column interconnections, linked up by Kunlun's various power plants, and created the power reservoir, an entirely new energy storage paradigm. All of this power infrastructure was controlled through the control room inside the Radiant Pagoda. When operational, the converted rhizomatic energy can be supplied to all of New Kunlun and saved within the power reservoir for future interstellar transportation needs. This will be relevant for later. So it's just a heal spot. Have a computing unit. I don't need Ricochet Jade. I would rather go for Bearing for now. I think I initially just invested like all of my cash into heal pots. Alright, I goddamn love this track. This rules. Fence mode activated. Don't mind the meat horse robot. I'm always bad at that one. So, my initial goal of this fight, learned the hard way. You cannot die from a parry, no matter how red your bar gets. Even a bad parry is still better than just taking a hit. Whoa, wow. Okay. I brain farted on that one. Almost first try. There we go. Last hit point's the only one that matters. Still standing. Hesitation is defeat. Yeah, if we didn't have the steady bearing, we'd be sliding around quite a bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I can look like I know what I'm doing. Very occasionally. Okay, but does Ying Zhao take a bazillion internal damage from firecrackers? First try, yeah. That's a good question. I mean, he is part horse, I think. Quadrupedal, at least. Actually, I guess that standing question would be, don't all of the characters in this game take a bazillion internal damage from firecrackers? You don't fight any human characters in this game. Firecrackers are good against all animals. AKA all non-human things, basically. Alright, I will take, upgrade to Estus Flask. You made it in after all. You not only hacked the pagoda's controls, but you also defeated Ying Zhao. Who the hell are you? Have a good look at this imposter, you who dares to impersonate my deceased friend. Oh, Garfield. Is that Yugi? It is really you. Still alive. Barely, and judging by that reaction, you don't seem too eager to see me. My heavens, I never thought it'd really be you. Hold on a moment, I'll turn off the surveillance. Friend, brother. No way, I am dreaming. Am I dreaming? You're not dead. I don't believe it. Praise the heavens, praise the earths, praise Fusang. I thought you fell off that cliff. I saw the surveillance footage. How did you... Slow down. Let's not get too friendly just yet. There's one thing I need to check. Are you in league with them? Or are you not? In a sense, I suppose I am. All I can say is... Over the last 500 years, I've spent in my vital sanctum. I spent every single moment reliving that nightmarish day. How can I make you believe me? I really didn't know before it happened. I thought they went after you and to bring you back. We could all sit down and talk. I really didn't think it would end up like this. I swear I wasn't involved. I didn't do anything. I suppose my greatest sin... That's my greatest sin. I don't have the right to ask for your forgiveness. This is your ghost coming for revenge. I guess I deserve what's coming. Do it. I won't run. What's wrong? Forget it. I get your situation. You were never given an option either. Besides, I never fulfilled that promise I made with you, so let's call it even. What? You're actually forgiving me. Wow, when did you become such a nice guy? The last 5 centuries must have taken a real toll on you. In the end, it's all my fault. If I had the ability to stop them, things wouldn't have turned out this way. If you truly wish to return, help me retrieve all the Sol Seals. Sol Seals? You can't be serious, aren't you? You asked me to betray the council. Is there really no room for negotiation? Stop being naive. They already shown their true colors. I tried negotiating and look where that got me. True, but once we officially become enemies of the council, the other souls will come from all over the island to hunt us down like a pair of sitting ducks. But you know full well that they aren't pushovers, brother. Either that, or you'd be the one to carry my dead body. Give me that look. I intend to take them down one after another. One after the other before they even have a chance to fight back. Make it sound so easy. I'll probably end up dead or worse. What the hell. I haven't been sleeping well anyway. And this isn't exactly much of a hideout anymore. We have somewhere I can lay low for the time being. Four Seasons Pavilion in Central Core is currently safe under the cover of Abacus. Alright, I'll be on my way. Oh, you want my soul seal? Right, it's stored in my dedicated vital sanctum. You should be able to retrieve it. After you're done, meet me back at the pavilion. I have something important to return to you. Okay. Rumors of my deceased status are greatly exaggerated. Yeah, having the ability to, you know, teleport helps. Also, yeah, I mean, look, there's a photograph of the two of you together. It's great. Yeah, and this one of his hometown. I definitely appreciate the sanctum rooms. Robots and group monsters, yeah. When I return, I will use what I have learned to help my hometown. You're also from abroad. Ying, you say? Craftsmen are quite famous. Excellent. These engineering theories will advance our field by leaps and bounds. And the council. Return home in a blaze of glory. Its peace has been restored. All you till that day comes. Seal of Kuafu. Sol Seal, the greatest symbol of power in the council. The key to unlock the council code. This is Sol's proof of authority. Kuafu's Sol Seal, containing the character Ding, signifies loyalty. Having completed that moves Chio, but that's fine for the time being. I have 2 instances of poison on me, which is the important thing. Is it really not a Can it really be a battery if it isn't spurting? Yeah, did you see that thing downstairs? The Shanghai 9000? No. The root node. No. And what? The ape man. Oh, you mean Shanshan. Why would you name such a terrifying creature? I betrayed the council and moved out of my home, and now you want me to share a roof with an ape man? Give me a break. Watching those hairless creatures walk around makes my skin crawl. Calm down. Ape men aren't that scary. You've seen them in the reports, haven't you? Seeing them in reports and seeing them in real life are like night and day. That ape child keeps calling you yee. You're not actually going to raise him, are you? What have you been up to all this time? Shanshan is different from the others. Besides, it won't be in our interest if the council gets its hands on him. I find that argument to be a bit of a stretch. Never mind. I can never figure you out. Just keep him away from me. I beg you. Better yet, keep him locked up in a cage. Relax, I don't plan on letting him stay for too long. Was that thing you said you wanted to give me? Oh, I was so distraught by the ape man that I almost forgot. The ape has escaped. Here, take this. It's the azure bow that your family left for you. Did you meet her? Aang? No, she had somebody else give it to you. But somehow ended up with me. I never thought it would actually get any use. I just spent some time tuning it up for you. Thanks. Your skills haven't gotten rusty, have they? You don't need to worry about that. Remember my nickname. Gorgeous beefcake. Calorie crusher. And the hammer of New Kunlun. As you should know, there isn't a single craftsman in all of New Kunlun that comes close to my level. Anyway, now that I'm here, I can upgrade your bow or any of your other gear. My resources are limited, so besides Jin, I'll also need some extra parts. Let me know if you find anything similar. Till next time. Alright, we now have the Azure Bow. And the Cloud Piercer. So, remember that upgrade talking about Azure Sand? Yep, it shoots the sand, and you get sand back from stabbing enemies. It also shows up in weird vials, so yeah. They say that the Ip Men have these alien germs that make them bite indiscriminately if they're not trained. Took care of the vaccine. We took the vaccines before takeoff, but its effectiveness should have worn off centuries ago. Looks like there's no escaping it now. Don't be so neurotic. I'm pretty sure it's not a thing. At least make him take a shower. If stench gets on my clothes, you'll not hear the end of it from me. You know what, that's... Alright, I will acquiesce on that one. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but with your current gear, 100 extra lives won't even cut it. If you find any usable materials, please bring them. And upgrade your pipe? Yes, please upgrade the pipe. I don't know if I have the cash for that right now, though. I do not. Alright, so... We don't have any dark steels, but basically our big upgrades are going to be health pipe. Every time we get a catalyst, you can just buy a new pipe upgrade. The actual cost doesn't go up, if I recall. So, pipe upgrades are usually pretty good priority. But these transmute unto life and unto wealth. These are extremely useful. Transmute unto life is a game changer, but I'm probably going to end up sticking with transmute unto wealth because it's a lot of extra free cash. And if you keep up with it, you don't have to grind at the end of the game money. So as long as you're like diligent with transmute unto wealth, it's an extremely good thing to have. It's worth the investment. It triggers when both of them are the same. They trigger when you kill with the talisman. Yeah. But yeah, transmute unto life is extremely good. It got me through a pretty good chunk of the game. It's just a longevity tool. Like, it's useless in boss fights, but as something that'll get you through like a section of a map, yeah, extremely good. I shifted to transmute unto wealth about halfway through the game. I kind of wish I did that a little earlier, but I still ended the game with nothing left to buy by the time I finished the second to last boss of the game. So I finished like the last zone of the game, and I had a bunch of leftover component parts. So walking around tool, yeah. Like Moral Stabby health back. Weirdly enough, I was also using Moral Stabby health back in Elden Ring, yeah. Elden Ring is one of those things I will eventually pick up. I keep intending to, and then other games that I'm more excited about keep showing up. like Claire Obscure and Nine Souls. There's been a good handful of games that have immediately just found ways to grapple directly into my brain, and I'm like, oh yeah, Elden Ring. That's on the list, I guess. It keeps ending up just getting shuffled down. Many JRPGs and RPGs await, yeah, pretty much. Like, it's just kind of... It's ended up sliding down the list over time. It doesn't help the game doesn't really have, like, any kind of, like... The game is, at this point, sort of old. Boy, video... I love existing in time. But, yeah, the game's been out for quite a while, and it doesn't really have a DLC thing. Night Rain doesn't really interest me, because that's apparently, like, co-op focused. Alright, I should get the upgrade for health first, but... I will take Transmute unto Wealth. The earlier we can start greeting, the earlier I can stop caring about money. I should pick that up once I finish stabbing everything in Sekiro. Yeah, that's fair. I definitely highly recommend Sekiro. It's extremely good. As evidenced by, I don't know, a prior stream that I've done and this stream. Definitely worth doing. Yeah, I know they had, like, it's not even like a DLC, it's like a side spin-off game thing. So, yeah, I haven't really had the interest in that. I also haven't had interest in the newest FromSoft thing that they're planning, which was like PvP focused. Like, it sounds like Dark Sectors from Warframe, but what if it was FromSoft vampire video game? And I'm like, I'm not sold on that. I'm sorry. Shadow of the Erdtree is basically an attack. Yeah, I know Shadow of the Erdtree is a thing, but they also did Night Rain. Their latest thing is Night Rain, and Night Rain is its own separate video game. Oh, that Bloodborne for Switch 2? Yeah, it's some kind of PvP vampire game. FromSoft's very own Code Vein. Night Rain is Elden Ring, but you go fast and it's vaguely roguelike. Yeah, I know Night Rain was its own thing and also had some like co-op focus stuff going on with it. I was a little less interested in what that had going on. I respect it, I'm just not as interested in it as I am getting just regular old Elden Ring and the expansion for that at some point. Yee, who's that chubby guy? What's his name? He's Kuafu. He's an old friend of mine. He's easy to talk to and just all-round friendly guy. Really, but he keeps ignoring me. Is he shy? Not at all. Just keep pestering him. Given his personality, he'll respond eventually. What do you mean? Oh, so he actually wants to play too. Got it. Alright. Gonna be best friends. Good luck, Sean. Alright, here we go. It's time to piss off Kuafu. I've avoided seeing much of it, but I really should get it to utilize the computer. That's fair. That's like Yodai, small child. Ooh. What do you have there, Yi? Don't get too excited, this isn't a toy. It's a multi-tool used by engineers to repair equipment. That's great. I happen to need some tools. Can I borrow it? No, what if you accidentally sliced off your own fingers? Come on, I'm not going to do that. Did you forget? I made every single piece of furniture in our house. Let's see, what does this button do? A knife just popped out. Wow, it moves. Careful, this is a product of Ying. The blades are very sharp. Who's Ying? Ying isn't a person, it's a nation on Penglai, famous for their crafting. But that was a long, long time ago. All the great craftsmen have been in decline since the end of the turbulent era. The job of a craftsman grew less and less popular. I have a friend who suffered a lot because of this. I don't get it. People who can make stuff are super popular in our village. Neighbor Ah Fang knew how to sharpen stones to make all sorts of tools. Her spears, even I could hunt down boars. We had lots of meat back in the village back then. Some might ask, what if those spears were pointed not at boars, but other people? I did cut my hand on a blade once, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't use spears, or that we shouldn't look down on people who make them. Friend would be happy if he were able to hear your words. And does your friend mind if I borrow this tool? Fine. Just remember to hold it steady and only use the blunt blades, and never point it at yourself when cutting. Okay. Don't press buttons with it, or let it touch electricity. Okay. Nothing bad has ever happened from giving a small child a implement. Over here. Somewhere. Somewhere around here. Right, we should head over here real quick. Hi, Rui. Congratulations, my lord. With the addition of Kuafu, our side grows ever more powerful. I think you already knew he would be inclined to join us, why you led me to him first. Of course, none of my machinations can escape your keen eye. Please forgive my indiscretion. According to my calculations, the probability of collaboration was quite high. Also, I couldn't bear to see the two of you misunderstanding each other any longer. You really learned how to act on your own accord. But I'll let it pass. An old friend's abilities sure come in handy. Alright, make sure you're using jades. Yep, I know. I'm sure there's like a screwdriver in the house that he can sniff out and light. That can sniff out electricity. It's fine. I'll be... So yeah, it probably has multi-tool stuff going on. Here we are. What are you making? Looky, this chair you can lean back. I designed it. Pretty cool, huh? I thought you were gonna make a spear or something. Don't need a lounging chair. No, this chair can help you relax. Hey kid, don't even think about calling that a finished product. Didn't even hook up the medicine cauldron to the legs. Is this a group project? When did you guys become friends? I was just trying to make this chair, but Uncle Chubby kept coming back to take... You monkey, this is my multi-tool. Did either of you see my name written on it? I did, that's why I took it. I never wanted to play house with an 8-man child. But the way this kid uses tools is totally deranged. My precious tool can't stand up to blood or rust, got it? Uncle Chubby helped a lot with the joints. If it wasn't for him, the chair would have collapsed the moment someone sat on it. But does the chair have any special features? Not really. It's just well made. Don't be like that. We all need a sense of ritual in our lives. Okay, next I want to make a bookshelf, a bed that can fly, a pot that can cook on its own. Being craftsman can solve any problem you may have. What? I never agreed. You guys have a thing that helps you shower with the press of a button? Quit messing around with me and give me back my tools. Group project acquired. We can lounge on the nice chair and have a huff of our medicine. A nap is passing time. Alright, so... just making sure there aren't any extra things to talk about. Before we continue to the next zone. Nope. Okay. Onward to the next place. Alright, so... to go... done pretty much everything we can here for... missing one thing. Requires a separate entry point. Yeah, a separate entry. I can't really check how much we've gotten done here. This I need an extra jump to get in there. Missing something here, but I can worry about that later. Need a different ability to get stuff missing here. The left is Cortex Command, so that pretty much just leaves the upper right. Alright. I guess once you get Tai Chi Kick, you could just even go this way instead. So, fun thing about these guys, they explode. And this area is covered in exploding, or not exploding, crumbling platforms. They do reset when you shuffle rooms, but still. Okay. Components. Okay. Yeah, real messy job there. Being bad at control video game. I mean, they're fairly dogged, a weird bug. Alright. Yeah, we can whack bells until they break. You can do puzzle early. There's a puzzle around here, and I'm curious if you can solve it early. Transmute unto wealth. Yeah, this. I am mildly curious. Can't get into here yet. That's locked. Hello, friend. Nice day for a walk, isn't it? For you? Who I am isn't important. What's important is our current conversation. You're just a Solarian taking a leisurely stroll through these ruins? Don't explain your purpose here. You're gonna have to forgive my rudeness. Listen to me, my friend. I have no intention of being your enemy. I I'm also confident that you are not about to harm me. According to the hexagrams, violent conflict will not occur. Interesting eyeball you got there. I've always held great confidence in my insights my divination provides. I thought all the superstitious Solarians stayed in Penglai. More, the Daybreak Tower is a relic deeply symbolic of our ancestors. There's no place to start a fight. What tower? You mean these dilapidated ruins? My friend, things are never as they seem on the surface. Eons ago, the Daybreak Tower used to be the most magnificent altar in the Palace of the Mortals. Ancient emperors would come here on important days to pray to the heavens. They would ask the holy men living in the tower to divine the futures of their kingdoms. Praise be the Sol, and grant our people peace and prosperity. May the Sol grant us powers that destroy our enemies. Please grant my sons who will extend the lifeline of the Empire. If you listen carefully, you can still hear the prayers echoing faintly between these walls. Battered by the winds of time, the entire belief system eroded and disappeared. People have invented a whole new way to define Sol. Because they found their own two hands far more reliable than any contrived gods. A friend of mine once said something similar. In short, when I came back to my senses, I could no longer hear the music of the Daybreak Tower. Such a pity. I wish you could have seen this place at the height of its splendor. Bells rang with deep and majestic tones as the ancient Kunlun people assembled here to share food, wine, songs, and faith. It's a breathtaking sight. Songs and wine? Well, now that sounds a bit more interesting. That's right. That reminds me, I've got a little something for you. The ancient music sheet is one of my treasured possessions. The bells used here to fill the halls with the same melodies. You managed to find the right instruments in these ruins. You should try playing some of the music. Your appetite for stories seemed to be wearing thin. I'll let you be on your way. What the hecagrams? Something's going on with the hexagrams. A Solarian artifact that can be gifted to Shanshan. Old sheet music, apparently used for sacrificial ceremonies. And it was obtained from a mysterious Solarian individual. Can't get up there yet. Go up here. You can go return home. Anyway, I'm sure this character will be of no relevance later. Hey, Shanshan. Do you know how to music? Can you read the score? Or, what's that for? It's a way to record music. You see, if you can play these notes, we'll be able to hear a song from ancient times. Oh, that's what these strange words are. Village elders were the ones who taught us to sing. If we knew about this method, it would have been much easier to learn. You didn't read it either, huh? Yeah, I was looking forward to hearing you play the piece. Maybe I'd be able to pick up something from the notes given the owner of this score. You can ask Abacus for help.
Greedy.
My lord, the sheet music does not match with anything in the database. However, we do know that it is written in ancient Kunlun notation. Give me a little time and I can convert it into easy-to-read modern notation. And take a bit more time to teach Shanshan how to read music.
Uka.
Yes, my lord. Alright. This is a Solarian flute that I brought from home. Abacus knows where it is. Fingering positions may be different, so you'll have to familiarize yourself with those first. From home, but you don't play the flute. Not important. That's all. I need to get going now. Play something for me once you get the hang of it. Yeah. Having a flute for some reason. Anyway. Thinking about Elden Ring's seamless co-op mod. I mean, I guess that's what, somewhat that Night Rain was trying to do. Yeah, I know a couple people that are really into Elden Rings. Like, it keeps like dangling in front of me on the list, and then every time I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll finally go bother to get it, and then it's just like, oh, here's like 6 other cool things that dropped. Music sheet I gave you is incredible piece. It'd be a pity if it were lost. If you're not the musical type, please give it to someone who will pass it on. I have achieved such. On the pavilion here. Also, it is not short. Yeah, I know it is a massively sprawling game. Yeah, I can't do anything about these guys. Yeah, anyway. I believe the next upgrade will let me deal with them. I don't know where that dog comes from. There we go. Go here. That is inaccessible for the moment. Still managed to counter that. I'm gonna give myself a second to let that red bar fill out. Whoop. Forgot you did that for a second. And a second was enough. Weird bug does not have gin in it, so. Yeah, alright. Well, that's just busted. Alright. Yeah, I know to use the Mystic Nymph. I had to get through the fight first. Forgot if there was anything here extra. Risky government ninjas. Yeah, pretty much. Meet the dragon snake. So those little guys that we've been fighting with the weird collars on them. Yeah, meet the big one. Anyway, not at all a weird and terrifying way to control a boat. Yeah, we survived. West of Yao Chi, the towering above is the Daybreak Tower. As ancient Penglai holy site, Kunlun's Liao Chi Lake was once the site of sacrificial ceremonies, back when Sol was the name of the star. It was just the name of a star people viewed the primordial roots as the mother and Sol as the father. Prayers within the circular building were said to be able to reach the heaven. During the summer nights, strangers from ancient Kunlun would gather in the tower and celebrate with song and dance, exalting Sol with their lyrics and passing on their Sol worship to subsequent generations. I will take that. I need to be more mindful of the bow. I'm kind of weirdly bad about it. By Sol and Luna, yep. How are you doing, dear brother? Is it day or night where you are right now? What does this guy look like out there? I never left Shia, so I've always felt envious whenever you told me about all those faraway places. I didn't have many friends my age when I was a kid. Grass, the trees, the sky, and the stars kept me company whenever you were away. Remember when I first told you about hearing the roots sing? You thought I was hallucinating from being alone all the time.
Kim?
What kind of cool Death Star. Dang, why haven't you gone to sleep yet? You talking to the roots again? How'd you know? The weather tonight is great, so all the branches are singing. Told you again and again, the primordial roots aren't sentient. You're most likely hearing random static generated by its energy. Just don't know them yet. They can be quite lively. Learned about the celestial bodies in school today. Did you know that the light from the stars in the sky are actually from a long, long time ago? A star leaves its brilliance behind as it burns itself. That light travels thousands, if not millions, of light years to reach us.
What can they say?
Your class might say that the stars may shimmer brightly, but they may have already extinguished. And all that's left are the vast vestiges of their final moment. Echoes from the past. That's what nourishes the roots. They absorb the remnants of the stars, turning it into milk, feed us, and supply us with energy. My teacher doesn't know. is that all the souls and dreams also end up as food for the primordial roots. They emit a song as they devour. I hear their deep melodies as I fall asleep each
小
night.
物ít你回，
They sing about all the stories across the vast expanse. That's how the roots perpetuate the memories of the universe. They nurture new stories as they come to an end for all eternity. I wouldn't have described energy conversion process in such a sentimental way. With our active imagination. They're just captivating. All the branches contain stories from the past. Even souls from... Okay, I know. Sounds like a fine poem waiting to be written. Still focus on your studies, okay? Primordial roots energies can be explained through scientific principles. Be my assistant and then you can learn all about it. I really think there are souls inside the roots. That thought alone's a bit worrying. Not really. Forget about that. Look at the shooting stars. Didn't approve. He thought the world ran not on sentiment, but on science and rationality. Oh, I swore to never talk to them again. The voices never disappeared. I hid under the covers and responded in secret. Our calls, responses formed their own meandering melody. Its color and aroma changed as it flowed. Even now, these dead streets and deserted alleys, the roots still sing. Please, don't worry about me, dear brother. I am not alone, and not when I have the roots to tell me your story. It's the occasional sentimental moment. Easy. I somehow remembered that one. Soul Reaper Jade. Any Jinin experience absorbed by the enemy that killed you can be recovered by using a talisman explosion. This removes the need to actually kill the enemy that killed me. So normally when you die from anything other than a boss fight, you have to kill the enemy that killed you, like Bloodborne. And that just lets you not have to murder the thing. You still have to fight it, but you don't have to murder it to get your stuff back. Do it. Alright. We'll take more cash. Yeah, I never used the Reaper. I have found getting my hands on cash to be never really a problem. Or getting your hands back on your stuff. I think I've lost my cash once in this game. If we ignore the final boss and me not having literally anything to do with XP or money anymore. So... can I take a different route for now? I'd like to not touch the cage for a moment. Ancient cave painting. Oh, of the genesis of Fusang. Fusang, the soul's spear. In its sorrow and compassion it descends, granting us life's vigor. Primordial roots. The primordial roots, also known as Fusang, is the oldest plant on our mother planet Penglai. It feeds on light and reaches across all islands and land masses. Since prehistoric times, Solarians have been inseparable from the roots. Provide shelter for for sleeping and fruit for warmth. On Panglai, civilization arose wherever this tree thrived. Right. There's our new jade. Let's see, I would like that. We need breathing exercise. The moment I'm not worried about full control. I'll grab full control first, I think, this time, instead of worrying about flow. Because enhanced full control is extremely good. Regular full control is just adding steps to the regular one. More flexibility, I suppose, but at a certain point, doesn't matter that much. Backlash, skull kick, deflect. I am probably gonna take... Yeah, alright. I will grab Backlash and then Incisive Drain. I'll get these down so I can get Enhanced Blade damage. I think I'm gonna finish this set first. And into grabbing stuff. I think last time when I was on my first run, I just did everything laterally. And then until I got to here, until I got to these. And then just went, yeah, I'll just do these. And yeah, I can't even go over there for now. Alright. We have but one option. It is a but thou must moment. But thou must enter the funny birdcage.
哎呦，Conjurim E.
Gomong. Oh, look who decided to show up after all this time.
Huh.
Did your astounding intelligence lead you into this trap? This is, quite eye-opening. I can sense it from afar. Stubborn as ever, I see. I've got to give it to you, though. It takes courage to storm into my territory all on your own. And you only just came back from the dead, right? Anyone who's got another shot at life would know better than to intrude on my farmlands. I don't intend to die in these barren fields. And you say, then let us fertilize it with some fresh organic remains. We farmers are naturally thrifty. Nothing goes to waste, not even a skinny little mouse.
So?
Rise and shine, my beasts. There's work to be done. Some Jiangxi. Jiangxi soldiers. This technology was banned centuries ago. Gone so far as to modify the ape men. What's wrong with putting everything to good use? Opportunity to serve me beyond death is a special privilege I bestow. I read the system report the moment I woke up. Apparently made a mess out of the livestock area. I was there when we captured 8 men on the Pale Blue Planet. They're obedient creatures that can be quite cute once tamed. But as pets or as livestock, in the end, they're just tools. Have you begun to think of yourself as one of those beasts now that you've mingled with them in their cage? Enough. Are you here to lecture me or kill me? Right. Thanks for the reminder. I'd better send you on your way. I got a field inspection to conduct later.
傻，十個女。
Bring him down with all your might, my beasts. I'll reward you with some rice afterwards. Wait, this isn't part of the plan. That's not what I meant when I said bring him down. That's a complete disaster, you imbeciles. Alright, time for a rough ride down, huh? Well, I guess that's settled. Alright, this is the important one. Welcome to our next upgrade.
Oh.
Finding key to the form of a blade. Intriguing. Theory is simple. You may now do charge attack. Instead of stab with sword, it is now stab with vigor sword. And that will delete all shields. There it is. My body and blade, bound by together by key. Who is it? Is anyone there? Or is it just my imagination? Final trial. And the sword penetrate a defensive barrier. Yes.
Oh.
Sword lives ever present in both myself and yours. Alright. Only you had an axe. Yeah. What if manifest greatsword? Kind of surprised that it doesn't have any upgrades that aren't like tied to Jade. Because yeah, I think the only ones are Jades. Yeah, the only upgrade Charge Strike has is attached to Jades. And even that I don't use much. Mostly because I'm bad at remembering to charge attack. Oh hey. My buddy, Chio. Also I have 1337. Nice, I have elite amount. We meet again, Sir Yi. How'd you get here? Are you following me? Not in the slightest. Can only be fate. Ever since my awakening, I have made this land my home. I sojourned across Kunlun without ever settling down. This is one of my many hiding spots. I did not expect to meet you here. Well, you don't need to hide. The guards here are no match for you. The scholar does not wield the sword lightly. I simply slip away when trouble starts to brew. There's no need for violence. A poetry reciting weapon that won't fight. It's a person. Oh, you flatter me, sir. But that is the reason why I cannot obtain gin from mechanical corpses like you do. That being said, would you be interested in bartering once more? Feel free to peruse my wares. Alright. I know what I would like from you. Alright. Transaction may foul, but goodwill persists. You're not in the mood to do business. We can sit down and recite poetry together. I think things might be a little busy. Also, love all the meat plants around here. So many plants and all the meat parts that they have. A horrible demon. Can I interest you in elite money? Yeah, Chio's cool. So if you want to talk about things that are horrible, what if Lotus but full of eyeballs? Nice. That counts as a back attack? Sure. Sure, game. Alright. Okay. Very funny. I would have gotten health back if I had the health steal jade. Yellow water report. Monitoring yellow water quality. Yellow water. Flow rate normal, concentration undetectable. Yellow water, a concentrated irrigation formula in New Kunlun, is comprised of dragon snake excrement, chemicals, and leftover biological waste from the breeding facility. Oh boy. High concentration can harm Solarians, necessitating immediate localized excision of its if it comes into contact with skin. It's just piss acid. Great. I have money. Solarian enjoys sublime maternity amongst the evergreen foothills of New Kunlun, second home of your dreams. How are you doing today? Like I want to chat. I'm just carrying out my directives. Give me a status report. Who do you think you are? I don't give status reports to anyone. Well, I'm doing it because I pity you. The crops in the greenhouse are ready for harvest. The season's harvest, our 921st, is scheduled for today. Unfortunately, due to unexpected structural failures, most operations are experiencing delays. We're also experiencing anomalous levels of yellow water. Damaged pipelines are threatening the integrity of the entire system. Populations of symbiotic dragon snakes have greatly exceeded the optimal range. It will require immediate rectification in order to bring back the region's ecological balance. Dust Guardian support teams have been deployed to perform repairs. Estimated repair time unknown. There, said it. Happy now? The place is going through total meltdown. No, that's not it. Just takes some time to organize everything. Agriculture is really complicated. Listen up, every module here is carefully planned by Lady Golmong. And like Lady Golmong herself, every plan here is filled with grit and dedication. These permaculture systems were built to last for billions of years. You need not worry about their condition. Now shut off the yellow water. But don't be silly, the yellow water is incredibly concentrated. You'll be in big trouble if you operate it without a permit. That concentrated nutrient mix is toxic. You can't just jump in and shut it off. It needs to be closed manually. The controls are on the highest floor of the dragon spout. Alright. And where did Golmong go? Why should I? You think I'm going to market because you asked. Lady Golmong is in the Agrarian Hall, right? The water on oxygen synthesis zone. Why, you are going there anyway. Why are you going this anyways? She's usually sleeping. It doesn't really entertain guests. Arrogant as she always been. Arrogant? I will not allow you to slander Lady Golmong like that. It is the most pragmatic and most charitable scientist. New Kunlun can enjoy a stable food supply thanks to Lady Golmong's mindful method. Mindful what? As a farmer herself, the lady emphasizes total control over her crops with minimal mistakes. Channeling her dedication and precision, she's created an array of instructions collectively called Farmer's Mindful Method. Used to control all the aspects of agriculture, including moisture, soil fertility, and other automatic systems. In other words, she's a control freak. What you want, but the lady's methods allow everyone to be fed with limited resources. You must know that Lady Gomong was born from poverty. She worked and studied tirelessly to become an exceptional biologist. Okay, goodbye. That's it. I was ready to answer your questions, everything, and you're the worst. I'm ignoring you. Okay. Oh, too bad. I need a chip. You think you're touching? I don't want to know. If you want the data, just give me 400 Jin. Alright. Just taking the chip will destroy me. Well, like, I want to keep talking to you. I just don't want to be shut down. Alright, here's the cash. You're actually paying me for it. Well, don't expect me to thank you for it. Alright. We now have the agricultural zone chip. Second. Not like me jumping up like that all of a sudden. Sitting still for a while is kind of rude on the limbs. It would turn out. Alright. I need to remember that there's a thing in the lower section that is important. Once you get in that, you're locked in, which is real rude. Okay, yeah, I got greedy on that one. I kind of deserve that. Unknown seed. Solarian artifact from gifted to Shanshan. He was found in the greenhouse due to genetic modification. It's hard to tell what it'll grow into. This is a very important seed, and we'll need to keep this in mind for later. There we go. There we go. Have to dodge red. Go. Oop. that up. Alright, take the cash. May as well make the extra $2, I guess. Yeah, for now. Sort of. Not always still going to be able to counter those, even when we get the ability to. Here's some cash. Oh. Yeah, we haven't read these as we're buying them. Poison, ball of flavor. Animal feed made from food waste. It's very nutritious for some livestock, but shouldn't be ingested due to excess amounts of bacteria. Present problems during fermentation. Dragon's whip. A tongue of the dragon snake contains deadly toxins. Spreads its poisonous saliva around to kill its prey. Can't talk tonight, apparently. Necroceps. Corpse of an insect that died from a parasitic fungus. Fungus hijacks the insect's nervous system and will keep it moving even after the insect has died. Alright, I would like the funny insect. Please and thank you. More fungus than bug. I mean, do both. Why not enjoy both? Both are edible. Depending on what kind you're asking. You know, I was doing great on those for a bit there, and then suddenly not. Mutated crops. Many crops in the greenhouse are overgrown, indicating malfunction in the granary system. First generation Kunlun granary system was developed by Lear and the Fangxi Guild. Demonstrated sustainable development using minimal energy from the roots, astonishing the Nine Kingdoms. After Lear's disappearance, the cultivated land on Kunlun Island laid fallow. Saul Gomong later improved the granary, restoring it to the former glory and providing nourishment to the dormant Solarians. Okay, I am probably gonna die here. I'm gonna do... You know what, if I die here, that's fine. I made the mistake of turning the bell on first. Do this first, then bell. Okay. Now it's not a big deal if I eat shit and die. I don't know what you're doing in all the funny piss water, but alright. So good start. Oop. I think you can parry the bomb. Anyway, that fight took me a few tries. I definitely remember. What am I doing? I have a button to win fight. What am I doing with myself? Oh, here. I will. I don't appreciate getting dropped into the pool water. Avarice increases gold gained from killing enemies. Alright. You know what? Maybe that was worth getting covered in the piss and poop water. More cash. Piss ninja. Government mandated piss ninja. Anyway, that's not as a big deal. We'll take the avarice gem though. Alright. So, for that. You know what? I'm gonna go turn in the Shanghai chip. That will make life easier. Honestly, this game's really good about that. There's only like one or... No, not one, but like... maybe 5 or 6, like, collectibles in the game that require, like, going back for. Like, there's not even, like, one per area, even. It's like that. There are not many you have to go back around for. As long as you're, like, cognizant of looking for things. You're just an assistant robot. How are you able to decipher this information? Genhai 9000 doesn't ask where you stole chips. Right, we're accomplices. And hand me the data. $200 on hand. $400. Still not even enough for... Alright, Sean, here's the funny seed. Oh, is that a seed you're holding? Is that for me? That was my original plan, but now that I've brought it back, I'm not so sure. Why? I'll keep it alive this time, I promise. Really, the vegetables in your backyard never seem to last for long. Yeah, you got me there. I don't get it. Seasons always change so frequently, and before I even realize it, my crops are always... Cops. Yes, leave your cops out to dry. Please. You should let them shrivel up into raisins. My crops always dry up. I don't mind some dead crops. I just happened to remember that I picked this up from the greenhouse. Come on, then. Let's plant it. This is such a big place, so why not give it some greenery? I think it would look perfect in the courtyard, personally. Don't just make these decisions on your own. And thus Sean does it anyway. And thus he lets him do it anyway. Seed is as big as the palm of your hand. I bet it'll grow some really big fruits. I'm not sure. This came from Gomong, so I'm sure she put plenty of effort into it. He always takes it to the extreme. Once, in order to speed up their experimental process, she bred a scorpion to grow 3 times fast. That little monster ended up crawling out of its incubator and swallowed everyone else's subjects. I don't really know what this will grow into. This time, I'll make sure to water it regularly so it'll grow big and healthy. Were you even listening? Fine, if anything happens, you must get Abacus to contact me. Got it? Got it. Scorpions ended up coming out of it. I'll cook them up for you next time. Perfect. Regular old pork jerky. Yeah, exactly.
미술?
Alright. Bet if he has anything to say. Okay. Alright, so into zone 2. You know what? I can just go there. There we go. May as well get the cash out of it. Oh, you're the one that shoots. Yes. Alright, great. Alright, so there's something really important around here that I need to be mindful of. Wow, I fell right onto that somehow. Good job, me. Alright. There we go. Alright, I've overloaded this dispenser. And I jumped right into it. Alright. Here. No, I don't mind the big-nosed plant. That's fine. Wow, okay, I got shotgunned on that one. That was mildly embarrassing. I can't seem to land my inputs tonight. Go. Get up. Please, game. Alright, let's move on to this. There. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. It's you, white-haired demon. What's wrong with you? You got any poison? I say, laying next to the toxic pool. Poison? Are you poisoned? No, I need something poisonous. The more toxic, the better. Quick. You sure this isn't just you deluded babbling? Not, just feed me something poisonous. Go. Have the medicinal citrine. Feeling better now. Didn't think I'd end up owing you a favor. Why'd you save me? Aren't you in cahoots with those demons? I had no reason to stand by and watch you die. What caused you to be at death's door just now? My damn old condition again. That's what. That's my dumb luck for it to act up now. What kind of condition needs poison as treatment? I've never seen a creature survive after consuming that much toxin. Well, this condition needs poison to be kept in check. If it's fatal to most folks, it works like ambrosia on me. A guru once told me I was blessed with a poison-resistant body. Most would probably die if they contracted the same condition. Body immune to poison. Fascinating. Let's get one thing straight. I don't take favors for nothing. I don't know who or what you are, but the idea of owing you really grates me. Just this once, I'll treat you to some of my special medicinal brew. What's special about it? I've had my eye on you since you showed up in the village. You looked sickly and had an unsteady gait. My brew's good for strengthening the body. Believe it or not, one sip and you'll feel like a new man. My illness has no cure. You're lost, and if you're scared, I don't blame you. Not a chance, just pour me a cup. Don't mind the smell of this place being horrifying. Is it? I wasn't lying, was I? It's not bad. Where'd you get the recipe? Can't tell you that. All I can say is I'm the only person in the world that can brew this. Well, this won't be hard to reproduce. It's just chemistry at the end of the day. Chemistry? Is that some kind of sorcery? Nonsense. Science isn't sorcery. Now why don't you explain it for me? First, you need to know the whatever it is. Nah, you wouldn't understand anyway. Pour me another cup. Where do you plan to go next? I just decided I reckon I'll bunk at your place for now.
Huh?
My place, I mean the Four Seasons Pavilion. What whim made you think you can just waltz in there without my permission? Still so much to learn about this world of demons, but so damn dangerous. I need somewhere safe I can return to, and I've just got a good feeling about your place. And take Sean back to... Don't worry, I won't be a freeloader. In exchange, I'll continue to provide you with my medicinal brews. I can make a pot of my brew with every 2 items of poison you provide. You thought about your terms. Still haven't agreed to anything yet, by the way. I think getting access to my special brew is a pretty good deal, though. Leave it at that. Yeah, I've got work to do. Remember to come to me if you find any poison. Best friends forever, yep. We have learned the art of drinking together. 2 drunks, together forever. Alright. Yeah, I didn't find Shenong for a while, because I actually went and did the other zone and then came through here later. Because if you keep going right ways in the intended path, you end up at the boss. I missed one thing in the greenhouse. Yes, in the greenhouse. Probably under the Shanghai. I'll look later. I know basically everything over here is on the right-hand side. Let's explore through here first. So yeah, I ended up missing this earlier.
Yeah, pretty much. I beat the boss and then came back here and went, oh, huh.
That's important. So, yeah. Speaking of important, things I've been putting off. Because I've been too busy buying poison. Buying all that poison also kind of outdates my healing, so... More healing, please. Is this tree growing a little too quickly? Isn't it great? It's coming along really nicely. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's chop it down and use this firewood. I agree.
Bisoy!
I'll be back. Don't know how this genetically modified plant came to be. Be disposed of as soon as possible. Aw, I worked so hard to get it to this size. All you did was water it a couple times. Do you think that this will grow all the way to the Heavenly Palace? They say those living in the Heavenly Palace eat magic peaches and that you live forever. Don't believe those baseless fairy tales. Everyone thought I was nuts when I told them the real world lay outside the village. Don't worry, Shanshan. When I find some magic peaches, I'll be sure to pick them for you to try. Don't cause any trouble. Alright. You're doing your good job. Growing the weird plant. Thought a beautiful place like this would be just as nice to live in. Turns out, as all appearances, Four Seasons Pavilion isn't lacking, and I've tasted everything I could get my hands on, and nothing tasted tasted any good. Also, I thought I could get a clean break from the village, but not that kid Shanshan was running around and causing a ruckus. There's all that talking and shadow called Abacus. He won't let me start a fire. He won't even let me dig holes in the ground. Such a nag. If you don't like it here, you can always go back to Peach Blossom Village. I'd rather stay here than better than live with insufferable idiots.
Hey.
My special medicinal brews can have miraculous effects on fitness. Perfect for martial arts practitioners like you. Remember what I said? No poison, no brews. I find poison for you. Don't think about it too hard. Lots of things in this world are poisonous. Only they won't be sitting out in the street. You'll need to explore more dangerous or secretive places. Okay, I'll try my best to find some. But I can't gauge toxicity. Don't blame me if you accidentally poison yourself. Rest assured, poisons I have taken exceed the number of times you've spoken in your whole life. Oh man, he's pretty old at this point. Anyway, here you go. This is a bug or a plant? Before it died, the bug was parasitized and its movements were controlled by a fungus. Interesting. Hard and kind of chewy. Oh, everything. Did it up pretty good. Feels like my jaw is out of control. Are you still lucid? I want to stop. I want my body to listen to me. This is what you could call uncontrollably delicious. It's like horrific suffering. Snake kept biting people in the village at the end. Kept biting people at the entrance to the village. I've been craving a bite of it ever since. Unexpected, but it has pretty good texture, and it's not as gamey as I imagined. Stench. That's all you. It's a scavenger. It needs garbage and feces. Gonna stink for the next, for at least the next 3 days. Let's go. Bottoms up. Been a while since I've met my match. Those in the village can't keep up, and they won't even try. Bunch of cowards. Good drinking buddies aren't easy to come by. I did have a couple of buddies back in my hometown. How's the alcohol there? Could try it out one day. If you were to go from here to my house, you could walk a lifetime not reach it. There goes a drunkard talking nonsense. There's a single place I can't walk to. Alright. I'm now more healthy. All it took was giving a man fatal amounts of poison. Alright. Big door. Getting cash from them. I thought you knocked that off. Thanks, bud. Maybe we'll take the sand off. Farmland markings. Crop labels. Mirror. Origin. E-Kingdom. Genetically modified. A staple plant meat with high nutritional value. Inglai is 90% covered in water, and little of the remaining land is arable. Ever since transmutation became commonplace, genetically modifying low-cost, high-nutrition crops became the most important issue for farmers to solve. At the dawn of the Origin era, natural farming gained traction, and genetically modified foods were shunned due to the influence of Taoism. Debate rages on, and even Solarians began to need less and less food. This is true. They're one of the only animals that can survive off of an entirely meat-based diet. Humans are not particularly on that list, despite what weirdos might try to tell you. Right, I don't have air dash anymore. Quick. Dash. That's must meet. It's true. Right. That loops back around and up to here. As we were previously. There. Well, I'm glad to have found Shenong before the boss this time. Yeah, that wasn't great. Although, actually, Gomong was the... Hopefully I can maintain that particular statement. Gomong is the only boss that I managed to kill first try. So, let's see if I can maintain that. Which is to say, probably not, now that I have invoked it. Wait. If you wondered why stable footing is helpful. Yeah, that one. They're steady footing. Turns out not getting thrown around into things is pretty helpful. Something over here. There's one more thing to find. Oh, right, this. This is a thing I thought would lead to a boss fight, but does not. Like, you kind of expect the setup, like this, the way this room is, and the thing that you're doing here. Like, oh, I'm smashing these, like, big eggs. He's gonna, like, amount to something, and then... Not really? There is something here, it's just not, you know... what you would think. Okay, that's the big door open. There we go. Golden Yinglong egg. The Yinglong lays grants you an egg every 100 years. It looks like a normal egg, but the embryo contains a deadly neurotoxin. Alright, so there's our big prize. Free poison. believe this leads into... leads into the bad zone, right? Yeah, this leads into the pink zone. These bad times. My lord, have you found anything in the research center? I have encountered something resembling chunks of flesh. They may have been creatures that snuck in from the agricultural zone, but there's no way the facilities were left unguarded. Never seen anything like this. I don't think even Gomong would be this demented. Can you check the maintenance logs here? My apologies, but this is the highest clearances required to access the research center. Everything here is completely classified. I'll just have to deal with whatever's happening after I take over. Of course, but please pay attention to your well-being. Feel free to return to the Four Seasons Pavilion if you're feeling too stressed. I don't have time for that. I'm hanging up. Oh, I was hoping I could slip past. Alright. Now I definitely have to go back that way. So yeah, this is the last zone. Not much we can do here, but can at least get through from one side to the other. Like, you can actually walk straight through the zone. You have to kill this late game enemy here. Gotta be patient with them. There we go. So there's nothing we can do about these guys. They just exist. Whack them, but they just get back to life. Cannot kill the pink goo. Actually curious, I never really went down here. How much of it actually get in here? Oh, it actually lets you down to this room. Huh. Anyway, put a pin in that. That'll be important later. This will be on the test. Some kind of mortal blade, yeah, it was, some kind of magic ability. Let us deal with the pink goo. I'm realizing that if I take this path, I'm going to have to go all the way up to the Four Seasons Pavilion manually and then backtrack from the teleporter. Skeleton doesn't belong in there. The box of random things. Here's a challenge room. There we go. This is the jump. Not laser me. Do not. You. Dark Steel. We found Cold Steel the Hedgehog. Alright. Dark Steel is important because what it does for us is it lets us upgrade bow spearheads. Still sitting on a decent amount of cash. Pick up a thing. John has nothing to say. I have more prizes for long. Yes, this one. This is the quintessential upgrade. Honestly, all other bow upgrades are pretty much just incidental. The initial Azure bow does not break shields, but once you get the first upgrade, it does not care about shields. It just completely ignores them and will attack the target anyway. This is very important for a very particular boss fight. So, yeah. Want to make sure I have that immediately. Pipe file is $4 grand. No, I can afford an upgrade, so let me go do that. I'm surprised I already have like 3 health upgrades and I've not even reached Gomong yet. Alright. Here's your cow feed. It's pay without second thought. Smell it, right? Something that's been fermented, the smell's not that bad. But it's animal feed. So what? If livestock can eat it, why can't I? Did you know that animal feed can sometimes taste better than food we eat? And who loves to eat dog biscuits?
What?
Careful, that's a Ying Long egg. Embryo is already formed. You don't chew it thoroughly, it might bite your tongue off. Don't worry, my tongue's tougher than my teeth. Interesting. Like a mix of eggs and meat. Also been soaking day in, day out in chemical fertilizer area. You eat it, you're theoretically... Meat is fragrant, the bones are crisp, and the aftertaste is... oh, that's weird. Tongue's getting... Try to hoodwink me, I'm not like the other idiots in the village. Whenever they see something they don't understand, they just think it's the work of gods or ghosts. Worship whatever and whatever, whoever, or whatever and however the shaman tells them to. One day, I'm gonna overthrow that shaman and leave the stupid village and live like a free man. And then... you see what the outside world looks like. Just moving from a smaller cage to a bigger one. Alright. More health, and we can afford another upgrade. Let's go do that. Alright, more internal damage. And the next one we want Incisive Drain because... yeah, it turns out doing a Tai Chi kick and getting 2 juice for one go is very helpful. So, I would like that. Alright, this place is complete, so let's go back out this way. I'm not giving up the stasis module this early into the game. Got it. Alright. I'll take second try on that. Alright, log entry. The deceased has fled duty and was found in one of the water and oxygen generating pools. It already died several days earlier from what looks like a piercing injury. I don't get it. We do our time, we get to live the good life. How could he be so stupid? The only thing is, the cuts on his body were really deep. Guards don't attack Dust Guardians. I'm suspicious as to whether that was really an accident. I've been told that he must have been pissed off at one of the animals. So, that may be the reason? I'll have a lot to learn. We'll pick fights with random animals? Yeah, that's usually a good plan. Pipeline damage report. Warning, severe pipeline damage detected. Dust Guardians have been notified of the emergency repairs. Water and oxygen synthesis zone is the fountain of life for New Kunlun. During construction, Gomong designed an extensive symbiotic system with genetically modified plants like pig trough leaves to release oxygen and purify water efficiently. New Kunlun's well-being designed on this water and oxygen supply. For the well-being of passengers, any contamination is strictly forbidden. So those weird pig plants also purify water. Ugh. Shit. I don't like that they get an attack off like as soon as they spawn. That's a little annoying if I'm honest. I could live without that particular function. least give him a moment to, like, you know? But I got the advantage on that one. Go. That opens up the prizes upstairs. Ooh, another herb catalyst. Alright, that opens the wraparound there, so I don't have to go through the juice zone again. Alright, time to survive the canal ride. Yeah, Gomong. This time we can see the dragon part more clearly. Also, what lovely looking things going on in the background here. Of the weird pulsating meat plant somethings. Hooked up to, yeah, it's like a water tank that's just hooked up to pouring weird piss through a thing. Ugh. I don't like what's going on here. It's gross. Probably closer to a bladder. Yeah. Ooh, wow. I did not mean to fall down there. Dear, I am getting overwhelmed. Okay. Okay, I was trying to jump and the game just kept denying me. Alright. Oh, I appreciate it gives me the stuff back here, please. Don't forget you can shoot your problems with gun. Yeah, I need to remember to do that more often. That was my problem in my first playthrough as well. I remembered arrow in very distinct critical moments and not like in general purpose where, yeah, a lot of Batman, I can just shoot through all of them. think that's it. There we go. My lord, something's not quite right. According to the data Mystic Nymph sent back, the maintenance records for these zones haven't been updated in a while. The extent and impact of any damage is uncertain, but... Why can I hear your voice here, Yi? Are you inside the green ball? How impudent. You mustn't speak to Lord Yi in such a manner. Stop! Don't touch that wire. Green ball just told me that you were visiting a farm. Who's the bird lady? She your friend? No. She and I are just students of the same mentor. Friend isn't the right word for her. Your classmates? Then why would you not be friends? I know. It must be because your mentor picked favorites. Not at all. So, who's more talented, you or her? Hard to say, but we'll know soon enough. The guy's gonna compete. What's the punishment for losing? That's enough. Lord Yi is very busy. You mustn't need to hold him back. Apologies, my lord. Shanshan hangs out in here and refuses to leave. However, as he is an esteemed guest, I have been conversing with him. Let's make sure he stays inside. I'll keep an eye on him. If there's any new developments, I will contact you again, my lord. Among is exceedingly shrewd. Please exercise caution. Alright, this is a good fight to remember I have bow. Alright. Which, on the topic of... Also, in fact, a good fight to make sure I have more bow options. I can probably afford that now. Uh, 25. Oh, well. Health might be more important. Cannot afford that. Alright. Priority first, then. You know what? Fuck it. I'm here, I have the cash. Let's just get that off my plate. Transmute unto healing. I may now choose if my kill heals or gives me more cash. For now, cash is fine. Alright. Skill point short of Incisive Drain. Let's see if I maintain the first try streak. Why the holdup? Did you stop to smell the roses? I thought you of all people didn't like to waste time. Is the, like, plant tube that just pushes eyeballs out of it? Well, enough about that. I knew this day would come. The others may not have noticed, but when I first laid eyes on you, I knew what you would become. Ideologically bankrupt, impulsive, self-righteous. It was only a matter of time before you turned against our noble endeavor. It was you who was against the noble endeavor in the first place. Was upending the truth part of this endeavor? Does that make it right to manipulate and deceive the entire world? You see, that's the difference between you and me. Did you know that farmers in the Tian Shan Mountain spent thousands of years domesticating and genetically modifying these delicious octoberries? Evolutionary pressures pushed wild octoberries to the brink of extinction, but we saved it. Put it another way, an entire species was saved through our intervention. And your point
能
is,
手表明仪，
don't you understand? Octoberries, ape men, even our fellow Solarians. They all need greenhouses and incubators. Sacrificing a little freedom and yielding to your superiors is a path to perfect society. Along with a little lie. Truth is, the weak fear, and truth and cannot make choices for themselves. Anyway, I've played Metal Gear Rising before. Strength. The strength that I yield upon the reins of power, that's what. Those that are capable create order. That is my duty as a Sol. According to everything went... if only everything went according to plan. My plan. It's gonna get tiring. Let it go already.
滚些！
Silence. You messed everything up. You ruined my immaculate plans, and if Igong had chosen me back then, we wouldn't be in this situation. Ah, forget it all. All this talk is going nowhere. You know, I'm actually grateful for your disturbance. Not every day that you get to swat a particularly pernicious pest like you. All the jungle, survival of the fittest. Let's settle this in the most primitive way.
Xing Qiu, Xing Yu，我滚细hin。
Beasts heed my order. This time, exterminate him for good. Alright, long fight. I need to remember to save my charges here. Hey, I parried that. Alright. Okay. Oh. There we go. First try. Still holding the first try belt. I did it. Have not died to Gomong yet. In any capacity. Control relinquished. So yeah, the funny gold rings that all the snakes have. They're mind control rings. Anyway, we ripped your legs off. Damn it all. I had everything planned out. After Aigong found the cure, I was going to rebuild Penglai. Sowing, plowing, irrigating, fertilizing. It would take less than a millennium to reestablish a livable ecosystem for our Solarian kin. Supposed to survive, but it ended up like this. You hope to achieve. You even hope to achieve anything. Those are questions you should be asking yourself. What are you staring at? Kill me. No. I've been truly enlightened by your fascinating ideology. To think, all it's need is just a sacrifice of a little freedom. And to practice what you preach. And we've control activated. All their intestines hanging out. Yeah, it's a grim game. Cash and ready-to-eat rations. Just add hot water to this convenient portable food product to taste many of Penglai's most popular drinks. This one is bubble tea flavored. All plants. Those mushrooms are gonna ruin the machine sooner or later. Hungry. So cold. Us. Only the council can turn your ideals into a reality. My children, work hard and I'll let you live longer than the others. But you'll always be by my side. Work the fields alongside the people. That way, no one in all of Penglai will ever go hungry again. Of Golmong. Sol Seal is the greatest symbol of power in the Council, and a key to unlock the Council Code is the Sol's proof of authority. Golmang Sol Seal, containing the character Ye. Ye? Ye? Yeah? I'm gonna say Ye. Signifies equality. Right. This zone's interesting because there's not much we can do here. There is a way to make that jump. I have made that jump before, even though you're not supposed to be able to make it. I don't feel like dealing with you. Oop, yeah. Killed them, but at what cost? Cost is me being dunked in the piss. Right, I remember this place kind of sucking to navigate, yeah. The Kyun Kun board. It comes with a complete set of Kyun Kun pieces. The game originated in the Chan Kingdom and is known as the oldest strategic board game in Penglai. Basically, we can't get into there or up there. Take the pile of cash, though. Right. Some of these are like one-way sections. But yeah, instead of crossing that gap, you're just supposed to take that. Hey, more Darksteel. We didn't read Darksteel last time. Use increase your arrows. Darksteel is the hardest metal found in Penglai. Anything is processed into becomes virtually indestructible. It is found naturally in Tian Shan Mountains in the Jie Kingdom, with only 3 ore seams ever discovered, making it extremely valuable. That's another arrow upgrade. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we're not gonna get the readout for this place for a while. Give me that. More key. Alright. Select Stabber and then start unlocking this. Go. Shanghai's not up to much. How am I doing on camp? 500. You got your hands on Guomong Seal. I know she's despicable, but I didn't need to finish her off like that. Do you think what I did was wrong? I wouldn't say that, but we really used to work together. Guess I'm a little sympathetic. Do you think the people she persecuted deserved it? I don't think they're quite so black and white there. Alright. Oh, nothing much to do with you for the moment. Light file. Expensive for right now. Oh, okay, cool.
No silent.
Finally back. Performance can't start without an audience. What performance? Sheet music. You said to play something for you, so I practiced a lot. Oh, yeah, of course. I remember. Probably thought I wouldn't be able to handle it. I thought you picked it up on a whim. No way. Practiced every day, and I'm getting used to it. The new Solarian fingering wasn't easy. I can vouch for Sean Sean's daily practice. He's quite talented. What's weird about this piece is, the more you want to play well, the worse it sounds. Almost like I need to just relax and accept it. Well, let me demonstrate. Nothing out of tune. What do you think, Yi? Was it good?
Bisoy?
Yi, don't tell me you weren't listening. Was it really that bad? Is it? Yeah, it doesn't look like you enjoyed it. No, not at all. It was great. Familiar sound and tune. It's almost as if she was standing right here. What do you mean? Abacus, keep a lid on it. Urzi, my lord, please forgive my impulsiveness. Did you finish converting the score? Yes, I've uploaded it to your database. Alright, let's leave it at that for now. Remember to stow the flute away when you're not using it, so it doesn't get damaged by accident. And I continue using it. I already gifted it to you. Thank you, E. Alright, we now have the ballad.
Bisoy!
E, how did your match with the bird lady go? I'm pretty sure I won. I don't think that matters who wins or loses. I just hope you're all on good terms. Did you make up? Time for some radio silence. Anyway, speak of consuming product. Here you go. I found the funny rations. Here for some dessert. Dessert? Are you talking about this hard, dry biscuit? It smells nice and sweet, and a hint of tea, too. The one you're holding was the most sought-after bubble milk tea flavored ration. Why would you turn it into bricks? Do you not like normal food? It's an emergency ration. It's made to be portable in critical situations. Are there other flavors? This one with fish in it? Yeah, quite a few choices, but everyone has their own favorite. I prefer savory ones because they go pair well with alcohol. What are you doing? Oh, it's so tough. The old people with bad teeth in our village wouldn't be able to eat it all. You don't gnaw on it, you're supposed to soak it in hot water. Wait, does it have to be hot water? I didn't boil any water. Will cold water work? It will, but it won't taste very good. You're holding the very last box of bubble milk tea rations. You have no idea how valuable that is. Only one box left, and I'll hold on to it for now, and we'll wait for a special vacation to enjoy these rations. Alright. The Bobo brick, yep. Alright. Here's your board game. Oh, you got me a stone grilling plate. This is the board used to play King Kong. King Kun. It's an ancient strategy game used to model the order of the universe. Pieces represent different celestial bodies, and as the game develops, it reveals a complex web of balance and opposition in nature. Every move affects the entire board around it. It's like how every one of our actions can affect others. Wow, sounds complicated. It'll seem difficult at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be hooked by its intricacies. A great game for developing your logical thinking.
Oh.
I don't really understand when you put it that way. Can we just start playing? Nah, you don't even know basic layouts. Get it.
Oh.
A really big home. No wonder you kept complaining about the size of our village. What, New Kunlun? No, I wouldn't consider this place home. Not? Where do you come from? Remember those bedtime stories I used to tell? Solarians like those stories. Came from a planet called Penglai. On that planet was a small nation named Gia. And that's where I called home. So the story is about those huge pools of water were true. All the oceans, and I was born not too far from one. In fact, we used to joke about landlubbers like you. It's not my fault I had nowhere to practice. So, the place you grew up was even bigger than here. That's nice. Peach Blossom Village wasn't even big enough to have a pond. Your ancestors actually came from a planet just as large as Penglai. It didn't have as much water as Penglai, but it's still covered in it. Really? Then why did everyone move to this tiny place? It's a situation in which we had to leave Penglai. As for the 8 men, well, that's a long story for another time. Did you not say? Does it have to do with why you were injured? Does it have to do with why you want revenge? Revenge? Who told you that? I'm just trying to pursue justice for my people and unmask the villains for all to see. That's what they do. Pay attention to the game. When did all my pieces disappear? You really think those questions would be enough to distract me? I guess that backfired. New Kun is so hard. Is there any way I can beat you? Who knows? Not knowing makes it worth pursuing. Great. Actually, I'm gonna take the route here, because we can't do proper travel yet. So we should be going left ways, but there's some things over at the lake that I want to grab, now that we have the ability to grab them. I can also just break those now, so... There we go. Alright, I will deal with you second. First things first. Let's deal with you. Go a little quicker and easier. There we go. Immovable Jade. Reduces the time required to execute Charging Strike while standing still. Okay, there's two like primary upgrades. There's one that, yeah, it boosts it if you don't move. I think it like halves the time it takes to get a charge attack off, which is pretty big. And there is one that, as long as you parry, you instantly charge your charge attack. Which is one that I basically don't use because I'm bad at things. Okay, so the bells are at least labeled for my convenience. I don't have to music this. Alright, so... Two lines left. Centerpiece. Soda. Hourglass. So... You... And then... There we go. There we go. I played your tune. Nothing to say on the matter. Mm. Alright, and our prize for solving the riddle of the music. Oh. Alright. Pipe file. One extra dose on the Estus flask. I'll take that. I think that's worth doing a little cutscene puzzle for. Alright. So... missing something in the greenhouse, but I can always figure that out later. Can't check everything here until much later. Alright, we've been through the research center, so that's at least on the map. Alright, guess that leaves Cortex Command at this point. It's the only place I can go. I don't have either of the two aerial movements, so not much to do here. Yeah, it turns out having more heal chances is huge. Oh. Well. Kid, are those bubble milk tea flavored rehydration rations? Yeah, you gave them to me and told me to add hot water to make it sweet. Make it sweet? Oh, you ignorant child. Untold numbers of Solarians needed at least 1 cup of day, relying on the sugar in these drinks to nourish their withering souls. Do you need one every day, Uncle Chubby? No, he quit a long time ago. The travel mug is filled with a drink that only looks like bubble tea. It's been centuries since I last had some real tapioca bubbles. This is probably my greatest regret. If I'm going to die anyways, why not make a sweeter ordeal? Because you'll get stuck going up the stairway to heaven. Well, that doesn't matter. Now, I'll have you know that I tore through half of New Quinlan without finding a single pack of these. And now you're just gonna let a monkey swallow that although it might be the last pack. It's grace. If you like it so much, I wouldn't mind. No, that won't do. I am an adult, and I do not steal snacks from children. Okay, I probably wouldn't know how to eat it right anyway. No, you gave it to you. I really shouldn't. Okay, then I guess I'll... If you insist, I will humbly accept your offer. Here you go. And thus, friendship was acquired. Alright, we have not enough cash for upgrade at this point. Alright. Let's go cut through Cortex Command. I did the wraparound, but forgot to open that last time. Hey, that a real pain in the neck. Alright, and then this is just a prize, right? Yep. Nothing I can do about that yet. Right. Big, empty, dilapidated room with nothing in it. Hmm. Alright. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Any blood in here? Anyway, Red Candle is a horror development studio. They make horror games. Yeah, I'm sure nothing weird happened. We can worry about whatever that was later. I'm sure it's fine. There. Great save. All right. Just water. Here's our artifact. Kunlun, Immortal Portrait. Solarian artifact can be gifted to Shanshan. The ancient watercolor painting is said to depict an immortal who appears in every age sporting the same appearance. I did find the spikes. They aggressively found me, too. Boy, welcome to this place. Welcome to the hot zone. It is in fact rather spicy here. That is hot and death. Do not be in hot and death. Like I said, it will hot and die you. Spiciest of rooms. Say there are other rooms like it, but for now. Did not mean to return to Pavilion. I just kind of meant to back out. And you bad. I do have a thing to give to Jump, so that's fine. Want to see it? It's a painting I found in an ancient temple.
Huh?
Painting? Sure. I know where I can hang it. I'd be looking at this person or this tree? I'm not sure, but that person is probably the Kunlun Immortal. Kunlun Immortal? You know him? It's just a myth. He's said to have lived for thousands of years, tuning to the Tao in the forests of the ancient Kunlun. I've never been one to believe in these made-up folklore tales, though. I almost said folklore. Even if an immortal is fake, the person who painted it is super talented. There was a time when the literati fled to Kunlun Island, away from the fires of war. Artists might have been one of them. I think he might have actually met the immortal. So awesome. It's all just simple lines of ink, but why does it look so beautiful? Paintings during the Millennium of Inquiry all look like that. This is an original, it would be pretty valuable. Artists don't paint to make money. Some do. Well, not if you were to ask an antique dealer. Alright, cash. 13. And mostly at this point, pending anything, Wafu might have for me, like health upgrades or something when I get materials. But for the time being, I'm actually gonna hold on to my cash because there will be more Geo to come. And we need to kind of prioritize buying his wares. Not only does he have poisons, he also has one or two jades that are really good, and you have to buy all of his stuff to do his storyline. So. Or almost all of his stuff. You have to buy a substantive amount of it, anyway. Alright, can't do anything over there. I seem to get up there, so I'm not really gonna worry about it. Only red attack. Okay, that is oops all spikes. Wow. Keep falling in all of the bits today. Trying to just jump over my problem. It's not quite working. There we go. Transmutation furnace, data console. Agitators in operation 298. When the transmutation factory is operating, agitators activate the furnace core, producing intense radioactive heat waves. These target the genetic target inside the furnace, inducing the desired genetic mutations. It is not known who invented transmutation, but the GA Kingdom was the first to industrialize the process. Powerful radiation is released during the heating, so lingering nearby is strongly discouraged. Oh, hey. 3! It's been a while. How fare thee? I'd prefer if you didn't get so intimate after just a few encounters. An assertion that falls short. In these inaccessible wilds, we must cherish every encounter. Besides, and to tell you the truth, I am currently in a spot of trouble. Would you be willing to render assistance with your skills? You should be a walk in the park. I shall eagerly repay the debt when the opportunity arises in the future. Let's hear it. There was once a bridge that connected westward from here. However, it has now been lifted for unknown reasons. I have recently learned that my brother, whom I have been trying to find for many years, resides somewhere across that bridge. I came here in a great hurry, only to sigh in dismay. My hope is that you will be able to lower the bridge and grant me an opportunity to reunite with my brother. If it's on the way, I'll consider it. Of course, I shall be grateful for anything. I shall linger herein. Please spend to your heart's content should there be any commerce to conduct. So yeah, basically they're using hammers to punch a battery to make spiciest of juice come out of it. And then they use that to cook a thing. And that thing could be meat, it could be metal, mostly meat. I'm sure that nothing terrible from that situation. Alright, so I need to save up a little bit and pick up that Health Thief Jade. At this point I have bought all of the poisons, which are the big things that I really need. Can't quite make that jump. Jump. Oh. Still easier than that one we fought in the other place. This time we just have rocks falling on our heads. Much easier. cache. Alright, we got another one to find. Yeah, I learned the hard way you have to clear that one with a dash. Just checking here. Yep. Alright, I know exactly what I'm about to unlock here. Which should also open up a relatively difficult encounter as well over in the green AV area we need to go back to. And this is probably going to be a decent place to leave off. Fengshi could evade attacks in the air. They would put themselves at significantly less risk. They must follow the flow of air and propel the body. Yeah, we know. Now we have air dash. It's taken us a while, but we now have horizontal up. It's becoming a bottleneck. Wonderful. This will be useful for moving effortlessly among the hordes of combatants. Fly as free as a bird across the sky. The appeal of this exquisite technique. Alright. Required air dash. Now that is probably a good place to leave off, because it's gonna be a minute before we really have to jump around to the next node, so... Picked up poison, but I don't have another poison, so that's fine. Alright. Well, between here and the next decent resting spot is going to be a minute, so... Yeah, I think I'm going to knock this off here for tonight. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed some Nine Sols. Because, yeah, I needed more. I needed an excuse to come back to this game and just immediately, and yeah, I'm perfectly cool with that. This is a very fun game. So, you know, first try for real. We did it. Alright, so yeah, good night. Catch you guys later, and I will see you for more of this on Sunday. And then Crystal Chronicles on Monday. So, yeah.